I had a real good friend named Bill Chapman. Number one, he was a mountain man. He was about 6'6". At one time he was 320, 330. He had knuckle-to-knuckle diamond cluster rings on 4 fingers. I mean, he was just something else. Bill actually started Godfather Vans in the 70s, customizing vans. Then it led down the street to chrome everything you could put on a truck. You know, chrome rocker guards, chrome door handles, chrome mirror covers. Everybody wanted chrome. And I guess one thing led to another. We became friends because I was buying parts from him to put on my trucks. He came down with cancer in '93, throat cancer. And it was inoperable. They said they couldn't cure it. And he was worried about his wife, Lisa, trying to run the business that he had going there. He had a body shop with it as well. And we started talking, and I said, why don't you just let me buy you out? When it's time, just let me buy you out. You know, that's basically how it all got started. His name was William, and he said his mom always called him Wild Willie. And the little guy behind us over my shoulder, you can see he's bald. And Bill couldn't grow hair one on top of his head, but he could grow a full beard that covered his whole belly. So that's where the image came from. We kept the image and the name when I bought it from him. He was really in the paint and body business. Fiberglass running boards, I'm sure you've seen down the side of the trucks painted to match. He did that kind of stuff. He did a lot of airbrush work on paint jobs. I seen his type of business as a grandpa business. I looked at all the kids that pulled in the parking lot, and after 5 minutes of walking around, we turned around and walked back out the door. They didn't want a fiberglass running board. We used to do the Buckarama every year in Atlanta, and we'd take our lifted trucks and, you know, have a show. Yeah. And people would come to see the excursion I had at that point in time. Had 18 inches of lift and 44-inch tires on it. Custom paint job, was beautiful. And people would come to the Buckarama and spend $7 a piece to get in the door just to see the truck. That kind of creates a following. It's a personal touch. Everybody wants their truck to stand out in the crowd because they all drove their own lifted truck so that everybody could see their truck. Yeah. So as a following, it is a lifestyle, you know. You know, I wanted a competition in my mind, in my head. I wanted a competition between dealerships, who could have the best looking trucks. You know, that's where the steady money was. And there was all kinds of new things. They were always, you know, if you could make an extra $200 on every car in a parking lot, that's something that the owner goes, yeah, I can see that. And $200 ain't a lot. You know, you can say, okay, I can preload that much on there. Go ahead and do that. And that's kind of where Brad came in. He was all on board from day one. You know, he was buying from another company at that point in time that was doing his work. We were able to do a couple for him. He liked what we did, and we started doing them all. And he wanted to have everything done under one roof. You know, if you had 15 things put on your truck, he didn't want you to have to go 15 different places like was happening before. You know, window tint here, sunroofs here, stereos there, TVs there. He wanted it right here. So if the guy pulled in, we could write one work order and we could take care of everything he had done. That's what got this to where it is. I mean, they didn't have to come in and wait. You know, we could have their product through all the connections I had with suppliers. We'd have the product the next day, and you didn't have to wait a week and a half or 2 weeks for it to get here. Wild Willies was made for Winder. I think the W's go together, Wild Willies and Winder.